Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington football team.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Ward. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Schultz.
The pass.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Give him 30 yards there.
They're moving the ball through the air pretty well on this opening drive, and to me it was evident that they were set on doing exactly that here to get this game started. And their belief and determination is certainly paying off.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
From 6 yards away. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week, as they won going into that, and no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this, because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
The kick is good.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch it work.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Landon Collins made the tackle.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
1st and 10.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me, and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
38, the ball.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
The 35-yard line. 2 yards on the play. And the Washington 1st.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Sometimes I need a check. Not just sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your steps. Get changed.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll get this to Ward. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
A gain of 7.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side, caught here by Ward. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Washington 10. Eagles nothing.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
That catch good for only a couple.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Wentz now on first down. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate.
Complete to
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2 at their 49.
Now Wentz again. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Wentz's pass.
He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right, and he's going to keep it here. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Ward. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And it's third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Hits his target, Hunter. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On first down, it's Ward. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Number 38.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, it's Ward, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Washington.
They run it with Ward. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
The running back.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd
on the ground with Ward. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
He'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
A loss of 7 yards.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Jonathan Allen, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Eagles nothing.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Steps away. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Carson Wentz sacked.
Well, much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he slings one that's incomplete. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
3rd down. And
that's Ward, complete right side. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
a 38-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0.
Washington 13. Eagles nothing.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
From 26-yard line.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the 2nd quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 12, operating from the 39. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line, 22-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
Now Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This from 44 yards away. The kick by Pinheiro is good.
The kick is...
And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
Eagles 3.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 30-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Ball carrier.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 3. And a Washington first down.
On the ground with a tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
At the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and
4. And he rifles one incomplete. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Out to his left. He'll try and run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 41-yard line.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Cybered on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game, 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz, and on the catch right side, this is Sanders. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Wentz's pass.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The Washington offense set to take over again. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime.
9-yard line.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25.
23-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
To throw, it's Wentz. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here comes Grant on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half.
A 35-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through.
Kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
26. Eagles 3.
So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start things out with an AFC North matchup. Baltimore heading over to take on Cleveland. And it's the Browns who have the lead late in the 1st half. Nick Chubb has a touchdown run. We'll stay in the AFC South as we head one state over to check on the Indianapolis Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Jameis Winston has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And that game's all tied up as they play the visiting Jaguars. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth 1st half. Who can put it together in the 2nd half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? He'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Is good.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 36. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try and start this drive in the air. On the crossing route, complete. It's Grant.
The pass.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete.
The pass.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
First down.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting this sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Seibert's kick is good.
Is good.
And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
36. Eagles 3.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Wentz now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On the draw, here's Sanders. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Wentz. Dancing, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Man, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he gets going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage. Okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A loss of 2 yards.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
A gain of 6.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
The pass.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
4-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up
Again on the ground, again it's Ward. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line.
This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Ward. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
The pass.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it's 3rd down.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now
another run with Sanders.
Miles Sanders.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Taken down.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
A 3-yard pickup.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Eagles coming up here.